Hello everyone, this is Richard with Richard Runs Trails. It's a nice Saturday in Georgetown, Texas. I'm out here at Lake Georgetown on the San Gabriel River. The trail that goes around the lake is called the Goodwater Loop, and there's actually a trail race going on today. They have it's 26 miles around the lake, and they also have a double, which is 52 miles. I've done the loop a couple times on my own, but this particular race I don't do it because I don't like how the race director posts the data and stuff like that. So it's a long story, but I've talked about it before. But you might see some racers out on the trail when I'm running around today. I'm testing out some gear or just trying it. I've changed sizes on my T8 underwear and went down a size, and I'll show you some of my gear that I'm wearing, and I'm also trying out my my newest pair of Ultra Olympus 4s. My Run Lovit 100-mile race starts in about 6 days, Friday night. It's Saturday today. I'll show you a little bit what's going on. Here's the beautiful San Gabriel River. It's only about 10-minute drive from my house. It's not a big flowing river, but classified as a river, not a creek. Anyways, got my Olympus 4s here, brand new. Pants that I'm wearing, these are smart wool. I like them because I have big calves and the zipper doesn't bother me. And you can see here also a smart wool label. And T8 underwear. I like these a lot because well, let me back up a little bit. When in a race, I don't like to change clothes, and this race is going to be anywhere from 25 degrees Fahrenheit to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have good experience with these pants. They're my thickest ones, but they're not so thick that it's going to bother me if it gets up in the 50s or 60s. And so my idea is I want to be able to wear them the whole race without changing. And on the hot end, I'm a little bit okay because, you know, I live in Texas and I race in 90 and 100 degree weather all the time, so the heat doesn't bother me. Especially if it's in the 50s, 60s and it's cloudy, that's perfect. I can wear these long tights, no problem, and then I can layer up top and carry a light coat in my pack. I'll be fine, and maybe a couple different gloves. But that's my strategy. I don't like to change clothes, and it's worked real well for me. Let's go for a run, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. Anyways, it's good to break in a new pair of shoes. Not that they really need to be broken in, but the main reason I do it is because I want to make sure that there's no defects. And I've been in manufacturing for a long time, Asian manufacturing actually, and I know what can go wrong in high volume type manufacturing. Sometimes a quality defect can slip through. And so it's a good idea to do at least one run. It can be a short run in your new shoes. Make sure there's no problems. I've been last few weeks getting close to 100 miles per week. I'll slow down a little bit, more conversational pace. This 100 miles has been a lot of cycling, running, skiing, and probably more cycling than running, which is a little bit not common for me. But the main reason is because I've had some hip soreness and just little niggles here and there. So I've altered my
training a little bit. But you know, the main thing is, when you've been running for a long time, is taking a side trail down the river, is you should be leaning on your lifetime of miles. And anything you really do within a month of a race is not going to help you much anyways. You just want to stay consistent. Keep everything up to speed and running well. That's real important. A little water flow here. Creeks, the river's down some. We just haven't got much rain this winter. This leads into Lake Georgetown. Anyways, like I said, 100-mile weeks. Next week's a race. I'll keep active, and I'll drive up to Arkansas on Thursday or Friday. It's about an 8-hour drive. So when I drive up there, I won't do any running or anything. But that's really the extent of my taper. I don't taper. Just like, I mean, if you ain't figured it out by now, I'm a little bit weird in the way I do my training, but it works for me. The key is to listen to your body. And I mean, I've read all the books and I've tried different things. I'm also an RRCA certified coach. I got certified a couple years ago. So I know what the majority says you should be doing, but I do what's works for me, and I listen to my body. The key thing is to be consistent in your training. Try to do something every day. That's really important. So if I'm not running, I'm biking, I'm skiing. The last couple of weeks I've been doing 2-a-day workouts, either running or biking in the morning and then skiing in the night. That works well for me. Yeah. Good job. Keep it up. One of the race people participating in the race. I'm going against traffic. Now I went off on a side trail again. But another thing I want to talk about today is supplement I've been trying, and I'll put a picture of it up in the corner. It's called Monolaurin complex. It's sold by ZenMed. They contacted me and asked me if I'd try their supplement, and they sent me a bottle. I didn't pay for it, and I'm always willing to test products, shoes, gear. If you're interested in you testing your product, just send me an email, runnerrwe@gmail.com. Happy to do it. I'll give my honest opinion. I've tested supplements before, and this one is one I hadn't heard of before, and it's kind of muddy here. I don't know, I don't want to get my shoes all dirtied up. I'll turn around a little bit. But we'll look at the river and I'll talk about the supplement. I've taken it about 3 or 4 days. I say 4 days. I'm taking 500 milligram tablets, and I read about it online. Monolaurin, you know, it's derived from lauric acid, and this supplement's got several other herbs in it too. And people online, some say they see some benefit, some say they don't, and people using it for, you know, natural supplement against cold. Some people even use it for other diseases as well, and to improve your immune system. And so I think I'd give it a try after I did some studies on it. One thing I would say is, I'm not a doctor. Anytime you take a supplement, you should, if you don't really know how to investigate it and look into it, you should talk to your doctor before taking any kind of supplement. But in my case, I try supplements all the time. just recently tried hammer CBD for a while, and I'm going to do a video on that. You know, willing to try things out. You know, a lot of people using certain things, you know. If it can benefit me, why not, you know? So I've taken the supplement for 4 days, and I did have some stomach issues before, and those kind of gone away. One thing that they said online that could maybe cause some constipation, but I haven't had any problems with that, and I think it might have actually improved my my gut issue. I don't know. I don't have any proof of that, but I haven't seen any other benefits. It's supposed to be just to make your, you know, improve your immune system and make you more alert. It doesn't have any stimulants in it. And one thing for me, supplement that's always very important is, does it make me feel bad when I take it? Or more importantly, does it give me a headache? Because some supplements give me a headache. I just stop taking them out immediately. You know, I don't like any. I remember Ma Huang, I tried that before. It gave me a headache. I never took it again. But this one, kind of life is normal, but you know, maybe it's doing some good things to my body, you know, helping me heal up a lot of my niggles and stuff from all my athletic endeavors. But I have to say, you know, I don't have any problems with it, and it might do benefits for people out there that are trying to cure things. I don't know, you need to read about it online, but for me it kind of made my gut feel a bit better. At least it improved my gut after I started taking it. It's just a coincidence that they happened at the same time. But no headaches, and you know, Monolaurin, that comes from lauric acid, which is a natural in coconut oil, and it's also found naturally in breast milk, and it's used in production of a lot of foods. And we'll get running again, go back up here. It's used in a lot of foods. They use it in manufacturing of ice cream, and also in spaghetti. I don't know why they would use it in spaghetti. I was just reading about it online. Yeah, but yeah, I have nothing negative to say about it. Hopefully it's doing some good things to my body. I think it may have helped me with my gut issue. I don't know. I'm gonna keep taking it for a few days, and then I'm gonna stop because I got a race on Friday. I don't want to try anything new during a race, but give it a try. Take a look at, you can check it out online. ZenMed sells it, Monolaurin complex. I'll put a link in my video, but it might be worth trying out. If you're not sure, check with your doctor. But it's done okay for me. So a lot of people out on the trail today. It's really good weather. Other things going on, let's talk about Garmin. Might be a good stock to invest in. They beat their earnings, but analysts still kicked them and made their stock go down some. Anyways, I've been using their watches for many years. Garmin Fenix 5, and now Garmin Fenix 6. You can see here on my hand, and I never had any issues with my Garmin 5, but then I started using Garmin 6X. I think after almost 2 years, I had battery problems. It would go dead. I mean, I was in a 100-mile race and it went dead at 50K. I was like, man, I got some setting on or some Wi-Fi. Something's going on. Well, I told Garmin, and you know, Garmin's really high quality service. they, after many discussions, answering a lot of questions, they decided to replace my watch. Well, you're probably thinking, that's not a big deal. There's a problem with the watch. Well, yeah, it kind of is, because it has a 1-year warranty and they replaced it after 2 years. And this expensive watch, about $900. But I really think that my Spotify ran the battery down when I'm training during the week. I don't carry my phone, and I listen to music when I'm riding on the roads or my neighborhood trails. And that's the only difference between my 6X and my 5, is I never use Spotify on my 5. So I told our R&D, I think maybe you didn't test it good enough. I don't know. I don't know. It's just my point of view, and I've worked in R&Ds for a long time. I'm working in R&D now, electronics. You never know. You try to test for everything, but I don't know. Or it could have just been a bad battery batch from the supplier. But anyways, look at the river here. Pretty shallow right now. Some cliffs. This thing's been here a long time to eat through limestone like that. There's a squirrel trying to make his way up. But now I'm having problems uploading the latest topographical maps to my Garmin. You have to do it by computer. Spotify and everything else you can upload by Wi-Fi to your watch, but the really big map files you gotta do by computer, and my watch is not accepting it. So kind of going back and forth on that. They say, well, maybe your computer doesn't have enough memory. I'm like, no, it does. It's a gaming computer. My kids are big time gamers, and it's got the fastest everything. So I'm trying to work through that. Service is really good though. I really think Garmin is a better watch than the others. A lot of people wearing Coros and stuff like that. I know a little bit about the company because it's Coros is owned by a Beijing company, and I'm a China expert. You know, I lived in China for 10 years and all that. And I know the Garmin watches are made in Taiwan, but I really think the Garmin, if I had to rate them on quality, I think in, you know, software, back end and all that, Coros has improved a lot. I mean, before you can only use it on your phone. But I would rank Garmin first and then Sunto second. Sunto's a Finnish company. I know a lot of people that work there because I'm ex-Nokia. I worked for Nokia for 12 years. I know they make a really good product. The only reason I didn't go with Sunto instead of Garmin is because their computer back end was not as good as Garmin's. So I went with Garmin in the beginning. I really like the look of the Sunto watches, and actually I like the look of the Coros watches too. The Vertex 2 is really nice. I'd like to test it out if they're willing to send me one. Actually, I test out any brand if they send me one, but I'm a big fan of Garmin. I've always said that Garmin is the one brand that I would not change if somebody wanted to sponsor me. That's how diehard I am, and it kind of proved the point when they replaced my watch. You know, I take care of their serious runners. You know, I paid for the watch and, you know, honored it at 2 years. That's pretty good. But yeah, so getting ready for a run, Lovit, and remember where I came down at. There it is. I don't use pacers or cruise. I've talked about that before. Some people get angry when I talk about it because I always say I think it's cheating. I think you should do everything on your own, and I've given many reasons for that in the past. But I'll be out there in the forest by myself. My brother's running too, but it's real easy to get separated. You know, just finding somebody exactly your own pace is pretty tough. Plus, if you do it on your own, you meet a lot more people. You know. lot of trail races, I meet a lot of people because I'm by myself, and also I don't listen to music or anything like I do in training, because I want to be part of the forest, hear about the animals, you know, kind of know my surroundings. Because I've talked about it on previous videos, but I've had some interesting run-ins with animals and snakes and stuff, and you really gotta be listening to your surroundings, because you're in the forest, especially at night. And also you might hear someone that needs help. You know, I think that's quite important. But it keeps you and knocked a lot of stuff down. This park is run by the Corps of Engineers, so it's a federal park. My state park pass, it doesn't work here. That's stupid. I think the federal park should honor the state passes. It's in Texas, but I can't use my state park pass, my annual pass, so I park where I don't have to pay money. But anyways, it's run by the Corps of Engineers. They do a good job. How many out there eat Crispix cereal? I love that stuff. My kids love that stuff. It's made by General Mills. Well, it disappeared from the shelves, and for a long time, over a month now, maybe 2 months. And take a look around, and I was wondering what was the deal. Oh, and turns out I looked online and they discontinued it. Why did General Mills do that? I don't know. But they still keep the boring ones that they make, the corn and the wheat. The stuff shelves are always full. But Crispix they stopped making. I don't understand why they did that. Yeah, but so that's why you can't find Crispix. General Mills stopped making it. Kind of screwed up if you ask me. Maybe the cost of manufacturing it, because it's two sides. One side's wheat, one side's rice. Maybe the cost of manufacturing is much higher and they weren't making any money. Because the cost of cereals have all gone up. And most of the ones in the US are made stateside. I think Crispix was made up in Michigan. It's a nice view of the river. My YouTube channel's been growing because I've been getting more into fitness and other sports and doing more technical reviews. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you. I really appreciate it. A nice view. I've never seen anybody fishing here. I don't think there's much fish in this river. Lake Georgetown's upstream, and I think they have. I see some people fishing, but I don't know. I don't think it's a great lake for fishing. However, there's a lot of snakes. You know, Texas striped snake. It's a very pretty snake. You see a lot of them near the water in the warmer months. They'll be coming out soon, and they live off frogs and fish, so there must be some. little technical section. Hikers up there. There's a big group of Boy Scouts out today. That's typical Texas scenery. Mesquite and oak trees, and you can see up there on the hill a lot of cedar trees. Nice view up here. One thing I do before a big race is I take allergy medicine a couple of days before, like Zyrtec or something like that, because I have problems with the cedar, and it works real well for me. I just build it up in my system, and then excuse me, then I stop using it the day before the race, you know, because the half-life lasts a few days in your system, and it helps me out. Before I did that, sometimes I'd be coughing a little bit during the race. Sometimes you rub against some plant that's going to aggravate your skin, especially in Texas. We have quite a few, and it'll prevent that. I've been bitten by bugs, stung by bees. One time in a California race, I was stung twice. That was very interesting. I think that was a race in Mountain View, and oh, it's getting hot now. This clothing I have on is great for cold weather, but if you get direct sunlight, it becomes challenging. But anyways, I was in this race, and there was a bee nest that was on the ground. I don't know why they were on the ground in the leaves, but they were. And I guess the elites went through there, shook them up, got rid of most of them. But I was running with a lady and another guy, and it was cold. That may be why the bees were in the leaves. I got stung twice. The lady in front of me had 5 bees sting her in the ass and embedded their stinger in her tights, and I had gloves on. It was kind of funny. It didn't hurt, but she wanted help getting them out. I pulled them out of her ass. She was laughing, and she said, I guess this is kind of like reverse sexual harassment. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, she couldn't get them out, couldn't reach them. There's 5 stingers embedded in her ass. It's funny. Anyways, my point is, you never know what you're gonna run into on the trails. That's why I listen to music. I take some allergy medicine. Who knows what I'm gonna run into? It works well for me. But the key thing that I stress all the time is do what's best for you. Listen to your body. You don't need to taper for 2 weeks. That's what all the pros do in the podcast. They talk about it. Well, they're trying to fine tune minutes here and there. How's it going? Well, most of us are not elites. And I'll tell you that taking off a few weeks before a race will do you more harm than good if you're in the middle of the back of the pack. The reason is because you want your body to be used to the continual pounding of endurance sports. It becomes more resilient, and if you take a bunch of weeks off, everything will tighten up. You'll be more sore during the race. So that's my strategy. I'll slow down during the few weeks before, but I never taper. And I'm talking about for ultras. If you're doing half marathon, it's a different story. You know, a few minutes here and there count. And in ultra, it does it. You know, sometimes I see people, you know, we're gonna be out there 24 to 30 hours. I see people going out to an ultra and they're running up and down the, running up and down the road, warming up. I'm like, thinking to myself, what are you doing? You have plenty of time to warm up in the race. So, let's keep it going until the race. Keep it easy, keep it consistent. If you consistently work out every day, you will see huge improvements. And you can do that with cross training. But, let me go back over here with the river. That's my 2 cents on training. But I do it myself. But you gotta do what's best for you. Listen to your body. That's what a lot of the pros do. Courtney DeWalter, Camille Herron, they don't have any fancy training plans. They don't use coaches. Jim Walmsley, they don't do drastic tapering. And they're pros. They listen to their body and be consistent in their training. And as one famous coach says, I forget his name, I forget for the name sometimes. He says the race should be a celebration. Training is a way of life. So if you're only training for a race, then you got it wrong. I train every day because I love to do it, and it's my culture. I want to do something every day. My celebration or my very long runs are my races. But I go out there to meet and enjoy the time with other people, and my focus is finishing the race. I'm not competing against other people. I'm competing against the person I was yesterday. I think that's very important to remember. That's my words of wisdom from a 55-year-old trail runner who's been doing it for 30 years. And I was talking to a person the other day, and they're like, I don't know if I could do long distance trail running. They're trying to move over from road running. Because I'm getting old, I'm fixing to turn 40, and I don't think my body can handle it. I'm like, huh? I'm 55 and I do an ultra every month. Of course your body can handle it. I met a guy yesterday, his YouTube channel, weightlifting, and he was pumping out, I'm 200 pounds, he's much heavier than me, solid muscle, and he's 66 years old and he's pumping out pull-ups like it's going out of style. So age has nothing to do with it. Age slows down recovery a little bit, but you can do things until, as long as you want to. Anyway, signing out for today. Take care. Bye for now.